Everybody is different. That makes the life interesting, but depends on how you look at it. We may be confused if you want to rely on something. But why I'm talking about this, I think this is something Daisetsu was talking with Okamura-san, Mihoko-san, and I was laughing at it, and she was laughing at it. Let's talk about my experience that triggered me to think like what this is pointing to. I was going through verification of a PIN number with the bank here in Hawaii, and they didn't process what I thought they should have, and it confused me, but everything worked out. But in the process, I have to go through a few rounds of sending the text to my mobile and entering it, and somehow things didn't go well. Eventually it worked out. And I was thinking, this is convenient, but inconvenient. Then I thought about my background with numbers. Somewhere early in my life, perhaps something happened, and there's a sense of hesitating or trying to remember numbers for every occasion, because it sounds like too much effort. So when I keep the PIN number or password, I just have it in some area, and that area is on the computer, and I can see what's in there, and there are many pages. And I know I can figure out because I have kept all the record in there instead of me remembering. But the record there may be lost, depends on how the computer is handled. Let me stop here. I was talking about the numbers and my tendency of keep everything so that eventually if there's a need I can find it. But since the password or the PIN number gets long and long, I need to organize it. So as need develops, I adjust to what I need to do so that I don't use too much of my memory for this and that. It's like hearing the noise and make it difficult to communicate. But that's why the calm and quiet mind is important to make a good judgment. And be resilient. And what I thought is related to that resilience, that when we are little, we have those experiences that would affect us to like this or don't like that. And because of that, some people have certain tendencies, other people have other tendencies. I remember listening to Warren Buffett talking in one of those annual meetings about his experience, and he was pointing years ago, decades ago, something happened when he was, say, 15 years old or something, and he bought a stock and it went up, and he sold it, but the stock kept on going upward. So that was one of the stories that he was sharing. I wondered why he's talking about the story. But that is just indicating that certain people have such a strong memory of certain event, and that become part of who you are. And that's the point of, I used the word resilience, the memories, and some stem that can be built, like a tree analogy of life. certain branches get stronger than others, and my branch toward the numbers are not as strong as Warren Buffett memory of the numbers. I remember also, as I talk, a story of the professional golfers. And they remember everything, which course, how many putts or how many numbers they hit the ball to get it into the hole, and what happened. In my case, I don't remember anything. So that's the kind of indication of how we build up memory structure, habitual pattern, and develop the liking of what we do. Now I have someone passing by, and that is also one of those cases, how you can maintain the strength and orientation so that you can excel what you're really good at. I was talking about everybody's different, and it's the interesting thing about it. And for each of us to pursue what we really want, connected to your heart, in the direction that you want to accomplish, that's the order from heaven or the mission. We add to each to realize everybody's different. Within ourselves, the direction of how we grow is different, like a tree branches analogy. It's a fascinating thing to know about our life. In other words, no hang-up. We can have hang-up that this is what I want and this is the strength, but at the same time, everybody's different. They each have their own hang-up or the mission, whatever you call it. So for each, what to do is to acknowledge that and connect to the root, the very root of your existence, and express as the nature's way may demand or provide you the passage. And that is to use the mind, because that's what you got, and the heart, the source of who we are, and connect to that. The root is there, expressing, and the strength is clear, and moving forward, mind connected to the heart with wisdom and compassion, and keep learning, keep adjusting, and overcome the hurdles independently, but also collectively, all acknowledging the root of who we are. That's my story. What about your story?